Genshin Impact's 4.4 update live stream is done, which means we can finally officially talk about the two new characters, which is Gaming and Xianyun, aka Cloud Retainer. You will be able to get Gaming for free when the update hits, just because there is going to end up being a Leeway specific event, but Xianyun is going to end up being part of the Phase 1 banners, and these are going to end up being the Phase 2 banners. So you might want to wait, it's up to you, just because Xiao is coming. Xianyun is a 5-star Catalyst Anemo character, meaning that all of her attacks are going to end up being Anemo based, like her base attack is. Without further ado, let's get into her elemental skill, which is White Clouds at Dawn. Xianyun enters the cloud transmogrification state, in which she will not take fall damage and uses Sky Ladder once. In this state, her plunging attacks will be converted into Drift Cloud Wave instead, which deals area of effect Anemo damage and ends the cloud transmogrification state. This damage is considered plunging attack damage. Each use of Sky Ladder while in this state increases the damage and area of effect of the next Drift Cloud Wave used. So Sky Ladder can be used while in mid-air, and Xianyun leaps forward, dealing Anemo damage to targets along her path. During each cloud transmogrification state that she enters, Sky Ladder may be used up to 3 times, and only 1 instance of Sky Ladder damage can be dealt at any one opponent. If Sky Ladder is not used again in a short period, the cloud transmogrification state will be cancelled. And if Xianyun or Cloud Retainer does not Drift Cloud Wave while in this state, the next cooldown of White Clouds at Dawn will be decreased by 3 seconds. Moving on to her ultimate, Stars Gather at Dusk brings forth a sacred breeze that deals area of effect Anemo damage and heals all nearby opponents based on her max attack. It will also summon the Star Wicker mechanism. So the Star Wicker continuously follows the active character and periodically heals all nearby characters based on Xianyun's attack. Starts with 8 stacks of Adeptal Assistance, and while Adeptal Assistance is active, nearby active party members will have their jump height increased. When the active character completes a plunging attack, Star Wicker will consume 1 stack of Adeptal Assistance and deal area of effect Anemo damage. Only 1 Star Wicker can exist simultaneously. It's kind of interesting because it means that she's using a lot of mechanics that Xiao uses, but as a support to other characters. Moving on to her passives. Her first one is Crane Form, which increases gliding speed for your party by 15%. It's not stackable with other passives that provide the same effect. Gale Feather Pursuit. Each opponent hit by Drift Cloud Waves from White Clouds at Dawn will grant all nearby party members 1 stack of Storm Pinion for 20 seconds with a max stack of 4. These will cause the character's plunging attack crit rate to be increased by 4%, 6%, 8%, and 10% respectively for each stack. Each Storm Pinion created by hitting an opponent has an independent duration. Her last passive ability, Consider the Adeptus in her realm. When the Star Wicker created by Star Gather at Dusk has Adeptal Assistance stacks, nearby active characters' plunging attacks shockwave damage will be increased by 200% of Xianyun's attack. The maximum damage increase that can be achieved this way is 9,000. Each plunging attack shockwave damage instance can only apply this increased damage effect to a single opponent. Each character can trigger this effect once every 0.4 seconds. I'm sorry, I keep saying Xianyun throughout this video, but it's Xianyun or something. I'm pronouncing it wrong, but just know that I'm talking about Cloud Retainer this whole time, okay? Moving on to her constellations, her C1, White Clouds at Dawn gains 1 additional charge. Her C2, after using a Sky Ladder form White Clouds at Dawn, Xianyun's attack will be increased by 20% for 15 seconds. Additionally, the effect of the passive talent, Consider the Adeptus in her realm, will be enhanced. When the Star Wicker created by Stars Gather at Dusk has Adeptal Assistance stacks, nearby active characters' plunging attack shockwave damage will be increased by 400% of Xianyun's attack. The maximum damage increase that can be achieved in this way is 18,000. Each plunging attack shockwave damage instance can only apply this increased damage effect to a single opponent. Each character can trigger this effect every 0.4 seconds. And of course, you must first have unlocked the passive talent for the constellation to take effect. Her C3 increases her ultimate ability by 3 levels. Her C4 makes it so that after using Star Ladder 1, 2, or 3 times during 1 White Clouds at Dawn transmogrification state, When a Drift Cloud wave unleashed during that instance hits an opponent, it will heal all nearby party members for 50%, 80%, or 150% of Xianyun's attack. This effect can be triggered once every 5 seconds. Her C5 increases her elemental skill by 3 levels, and her C6, after Cloud Retainer uses 1, 2, or 3 sky ladders within one cloud transmogrification caused by white clouds at dawn, the crit damage of Drift Cloud wave created in this instance of cloud transmogrification will be increased by 15%, 35%, and 70%. Within 16 seconds after Cloud Retainer has used Star Gather at dusk, White Clouds at Dawn will not enter cooldown. This effect will be cancelled once she has used White Clouds at Dawn 8 times, which essentially is a very cool traversal / combat ability.